Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually just coming on to do, not to do much of anything. Where am I going to put my rulers? I want to make sure that I stay in frame. But actually, if I just kind of stay, I don't know, somewhere in these lines here, I should be good. Because I want to sit down. Because I'm not showing off something. Well, not showing off, but I'm not showing you a finished product. It's kind of more of like a chit chat and showing you what I'm up to, what I'm in the middle of making. I started this project and then I realized, why not turn the camera on just for a few minutes? I mean, obviously it's not going to be for the whole project because I've started it already, but it'll be for some of it. So I got this idea. And oh my gosh, my nails are horrible. My hands are dry. One of my coworkers' birthdays was last month, or was it the month before? I don't remember. And she likes to doodle, and her doodles are, I think it's really more than doodles. I mean, she's really talented. But I noticed every time we order food at work, and it comes in, a brown paper bag, the whole order, she always asks if she can take it. And then I've noticed that she used the paper bags to draw on. And she always has these pieces of paper bags drawing on it. So what I did for her birthday was I made her own doodle book. Because I have a bunch of these, the brown paper bags. And I cut them down to the size of the book I wanted. I stuck them all in a journal and did a fabric cover on it. And she loved it. So it's like she still gets her doodle paper because she likes this, the brown paper bag because it's a little heavier. So I don't know, besides pencil, what else she does her drawings and stuff with. But she prefers this. So it was such a big hit with her. I decided, why not, make another one. This one, though, is a little bit different because I've used paper bags. But then I also, every other page is a regular coffee dyed piece of paper. So it alternates. It's paper bag, coffee dyed, paper bag. But they're all sort of that same sort of darker, not dark brown, like a darker beige or whatever this color is, craft color. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to embellish it at all. It's going to be another kind of art journal or doodle journal. It's going to be completely blank. But it will have a really nice cover. So I've cut down the pages. This one is going to measure 5 by 7. Well, these pages measure 5 by 7. Let me just put that aside for a moment. And then what I wanted to do is, this is the fabric cover, because I figured this is the same one that I made her journal with, and I really liked the way this looked with the color of the paper bags. So I'm going to stay with the same thing, and I'm going to use this again. And I have this placemat here. Usually I have the placemat underneath for when I'm filming. Well, I'm filming now, but like a flip through, just because, it's a nice background. However, underneath this is a huge mess, which I can't clean up right now. And I have this idea in my head, so I wanted to kind of just roll with the idea for a bit, and so that stuff is just going to have to be under there. So this isn't really a tutorial. This is more of just look what I'm making. What do they call it? A craft with me, I guess, but not even, because it's only really part of a project, and this is just the way, I do my stuff. So, I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but this is my way. So I like to kind of glue a little section down first just to hold it. So when I flip it over, because then I flip it over like this, and then I glue the rest. So then I'll just pull this back, and I just keep on gluing. And yeah, I do tend to use kind of a lot of glue because I'd rather have more than I need than not enough, or have it not cover enough area. I don't know if that makes sense. I would just rather have More glue to push around. Oof, this glue is really strong though. Oof. All right, then, I'm gonna do this side. I'm not talking because I'm kind of trying to hold my breath because it's kind of strong for me. Woof! All right, let me put the top back on this. What did I do with the top? And set that aside for now. And then I'm just going to cut it down just a tad, maybe on this side a little bit, just because that's a lot of extra material that I don't think is needed at this time, but these are perfect. I hold on to them because I like to make the little fabric ruffles. And I'm sorry, I don't think I'm even in frame. Still probably not in frame. And let me just kind of even this one here a little bit. Yeah, this is more or less straight-ish. Okay, and I know that there was this particular side I wanted as the front. Oh, this side right here. Okay. So, and I don't know how everybody else does their corners. I don't know. Can you even see that? Am I even in frame? Oh yeah. So what I do is I like to tuck this up first. Okay. And then that one. And of course, you know, there's many different ways of covering your covers. This is just the way I choose to do it. Because I used to, and especially when I was making mini albums, they used to call it, I don't know, mitering your corners, I think, where you would take off, you would cut like this much, so when you would close and close, this part wasn't so bulky. The problem is with me, I never cut it right, and sometimes it wouldn't always line up, and then you would see underneath, where this way, it's covered. So I'll show you. Well, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, but see, like when you would fold it here, it wouldn't matter if this side and this side doesn't line up, because see, the underneath is fabric anyway. So it just, to me, I think it works out better for me, because I don't cut very well, apparently, because I could never get it straight, which I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. So I have a little glue underneath here. And okie dokes. And then one last corner on this side. Goodness gracious. Sometimes I have these ideas that pop into my head at work, and I like to write them down on yellow Post-it notes and then stick them to the back of my phone. The only problem is, by the end of the day, there's so many sticky notes on the back of my phone that It's ridiculous. That's why I really need to make myself an idea journal and put all my ideas in there, because then for some reason from the time I leave work to the time I get home, I have a lot less sticky notes, and I mean, I don't know where they're falling off, but people must find them and just, I don't know what they must think. Because sometimes my ideas don't make sense. I write it down and it makes sense to me, but maybe to somebody else, it doesn't. And they're probably like, what in the world is this person talking about? So, yep, I need to get my idea journal together. I need to plan it first, actually. And I want one that's, I think I've talked about this in another video. I want it to be almost completely plain. I mean, I might have a few pockets, but I want it more for the writing space, like a blank journal. That way, when I have ideas, I can write them down. Or if I have post-its, I can stick it to a blank page. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, just for some interest, I might put in some other pages, and I can always put sticky notes on those types of pages. Like if I had some music paper, you know, I can stick a sticky note onto there, and it looks pretty in the background. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do just yet. And as you can tell, like, it's no big rush because I keep coming up with all these other projects. I think I've been talking about my idea journal for a while now. And, yeah, it's not even, it's just a little idea in my head right now. Well, I know what I want. It's just actually getting down and making it and determining the size. I'm thinking, you know, like a TN size, or maybe even smaller, because a TN size is roughly about 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. Maybe something even like 7 by 3 or 4 by 8. I don't know, but I don't think I want it any bigger, because if I do want to throw it in my purse or something, I usually don't carry huge purses, so I want it to be able to go in there. And all this little extra gluing that I'm doing, in the big scheme of things, I'm sure it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to be sewing anyway, this. So I think it's just out of habit that I'm gluing every little tiny spot, which isn't a bad thing, you know? So see, this material is a little bit thicker, so it takes a little bit more time to set for some reason. Well, I find like with a lot of the thinner material, it sticks a lot quicker. This one doesn't always, and now I have glue all over my hand. Oh, sorry, it bothers me. Let's see how we're doing for time. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Alrighty. Just glue that just a tad under there. And I'll do this side. Am I even in camera right here? Oh, barely. There we go. Okay, oops. You'll see what I mean in a moment, the reason why I like folding my corners like this. See? Oops, this one needs a little bit more glue, but as you can see, it makes the corner just, because I don't cut correctly, when most people miter their corners, I've tried and I've messed up more times than I can, or what I'd like to count. Way too many. So when I found this way of doing things, and I can't remember, I found this way years ago when everybody was doing those little those little books where you do it on a 12 by, just you take one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you score it, on the 3, and then you flip it and you score it on the 4, you cut it kind of in a zigzag and it folds up into a little book. Well, I was watching this video once, and the woman on there, she had gotten the idea from somebody else, but it's basically doing this. And she said it just makes the corners a little bit neater. And from then on, I was doing it this way because I cannot cut for the life of me correctly. So these are the next best thing. That way it looks, see what I mean? Hold on. Let me stand up and make sure you can see how it makes it look a lot neater, rather than if I had mitered it and I miscut or I took off too much on one side, then it wouldn't really matter. Because the way that this is, it kind of finishes it. I don't even know if I'm describing that the right way, but it finishes it nicely. It makes it look neater, like it was supposed to be this way. I don't even know if that's the right words that I'm trying to say, but yeah, so, hold on one second. Sorry, I'm back. My husband didn't realize that I was recording and he needed me to come see something, so he charged into the room. But now I am back. But the thing is, I'm hoping this isn't drying crooked. Oh no, that's good. Just got to glue down here. Hold that down for a second. And hold on. Oh yeah, I'm still in frame. Just making sure. Alright, now get a little bit more on this side. Just a tad. And you know what we could actually do? Let me just put my glue back on, because while I'm looking for something else, I could use a little clip to kind of keep everything down and in place. And there we go, because these ones are already kind of dry. So that's what the cover is going to look like. I love these colors together. It's kind of like fall colors, but I really don't care because I like the way this goes with the craft. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes really nicely. So that's why I'm doing it now. And I was thinking, let me just get the paper over here. This is really old paper. I don't even know where it came from, and it's double-sided, which I really like. And I'm thinking that possibly I might use, oh, I just love this paper though. I think I've hoarded it for so long because I don't want to use it, but I mean, how can you not? It's just really pretty, because I don't really know what I want to put on the inside here. I don't know. That's the problem. And sometimes that's where I get in trouble, because I plan the cover, like the material of the cover and everything, and then I always forget there's also an inside which I have to cover. Oh, wait a minute. I also have, oh, let me see if I can reach this without, oh, let me see if there's something in here. This paper is kind of cool too. Let me just, as I'm flipping, let me just look at the colors. If anything sort of, kind of, not really. And this paper is kind of cool because it almost feels like, it's textured, almost like a wallpaper. That was really cool paper. And this is an old one too. Oops, sorry about the glare right here, but this is the Old World stack, DCWV. I've had this for a long, long time. So, yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to have to kind of search through all my random paper pads just to see what I have for inside here. And maybe, I mean, I might even go something crazy and maybe use, you know, music paper or something. I don't know, actually. That might be a good idea. So, I'm going to leave this video off here for now. But it was just a little chit-chat and show you what I was working on. And stay tuned for a finished walkthrough of the video. Not that I have to walk through, but I'll show you. I'll come back and I will show the finished product. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.